welcome back to That's What She Said. My name is Mercy. Hope you all are doing good. Today, on this episode, we have someone very, very special with us. I've been a huge fan of his work for quite some time, and the films he's shot almost made my growing up so much fun, I can say. Films from Dil Chahta Hai to Koi Mil Gaya, Boys, Either. These are the films that I still keep watching over and over again, and I can never get bored of. We have with us the renowned cinematographer Ravi K Chandran with us. Welcome to That's What She Said, sir.
Hi.
So glad that you agreed to do this with us. And so yesterday, when I was prepping for this, right, is when I was just going through your filmography, and I realized that you've done almost 5 to 6 films in a year. Being married to a cinematographer, I was just wondering how was that even possible?
Right now also I'm doing 3 films. So
Okay, how are you managing that?
I'm maybe I'm trying to stay away from home. So
Okay.
that's a success of my marriage. I've 35 years now. So
Okay.
that I think that is also part of the game.
Okay, but when the films that I saw, the initial years, you had almost 6 releases in a year. What was that about?
See, that time in Malayalam cinema they used to finish a film in 25 days.
Okay.
So in a year you can shoot 7 films, 8 films
Easily, okay.
easily. Like that time, Mammootty or Mohanlal, they were doing 36 films, 35 films as the
Oh my
heroes.
God. Oh my God,
So
okay.
all the films happen in Cochin.
Uh-huh.
So one film gets over, next day you start the next film.
Okay.
So first year itself, I shot around 8 films when I
Uh-huh.
started my career.
Oh my God.
So that is the kind of volume of films we are getting. And I used to be really extremely fast, and I was in the experimental mode. So some films I'll use only tungsten light, some films I'll use only tube lights to shoot the entire film. So some film I'll try to shoot in one lens or two lenses only. So I was trying to do all kind of experiments on film, you know. So it was fun. Somebody is paying me to do experiments like that. So because I never went to a film institute, so I studied in the college for BSc and joined my brother, who's a big cinematographer
Yeah.
himself. He is one legendary cinematographer, in
Yeah.
fact, not big alone. His filmography is extraordinary.
Yes.
So I, I was underdog. I was the last kid at home. So I joined him. I worked with him. So I know how to light it, how to not light it also over the process we are learning. So we normally tend to overlight it. Then, as the years goes by, you
Right.
reduce it, because that time if you make a mistake there's no going back, so you have to shoot it properly.
Yeah.
So the science behind it was very different. Now you switch on a camera, there's an image. That time it is not like that. So we used to film like a black kind of film. I used to take the light home, the bulb,
Uh-huh.
because if I'm shooting a scene, if the scene is going to go for 2 3 days, the key light what I put for an actor, says Amitabh Bachchan or Rani Mukherjee, I'll take that Amitabh Bachchan light with me and Rani Mukherjee light with me, and there's I write a tag and put it there.
Okay.
Next day I'll bring it and put it in the lamp so that the skin tone will match
Okay.
this same scene. Otherwise you can't correct it in the
Correct.
post. You
Right.
can't touch one color and change it and all. You have to shoot it in
Right.
color correct, temperature, and overall look will be same.
Right.
Otherwise what happens is every shot the lamp is changed, the
Yeah.
color temperature changes.
True.
So that kind of things we used to do. So now you do everything in the post, change the color and tones, and that was the exercise I was doing. So I was so thrilled to get films, so that
You did everything
I did
together,
everything.
yeah.
Also, I bought my first house, first car, everything. Then I said I am not doing these kind of films. Then I stopped doing too many films. Then I became
Okay.
choosy.
Okay.
So once Anil Kapoor asked me how all your films are very good, and I said still live in the same house which I bought as an assistant. I never changed even now. So I kept my monthly expenses in a bare
Same.
minimum
Okay.
level, so that I don't need to do a film for money.
Got it. Yeah, that's actually a very good one. Because as the things, social media and all of that, when you look at other people's life, you tend to get carried away. You
Yeah.
want to like, okay, I want to live like that person. So it's very easy to do that these days, and what you say makes sense. Don't do it for the money.
No, if I start doing films for money, then I will not last long. So now
Correct.
I'm in the industry for the past 41 years.
Wow.
So 41 years, still I'm doing known films or big directors' films like Thug Life, Mani Ratnam film and all. Arasuda's film like
Yeah.
Parashakti. That is because of the consistent
Yeah.
growth in my career.
Right.
So the every day you learn because whatever I learned in film is gone out of the window. Now you have to start again for
Yeah.
digital. So
Correct.
now you are learning digital every day. New cameras are coming.
Yeah.
You know, you
True.
keep buying new cameras, start experimenting. So that is also there.
Okay. So you mentioned, right, you were an assistant to your brother. That's how the whole journey into cinematography started for you. How did that interest actually come about? Like when your brother was a cinematographer, did you think, okay, this is something that I want to do, or like were you asked to do it?
So my brother is the eldest one. He was the first one. I'm the seventh one at
Okay.
home. So when he was in college, I was born.
Okay.
And because he was double promoted in college,
Oh,
school.
wow. Okay.
So by the age of 13, he became finished his school. 14, he joined PUC. That's 11th now,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
12th now. Then he did BSc degree. Then he went to Film Institute. By the age of 19, he became a cameraman. He shot
Okay.
his first film, which
Okay.
is John Abraham's film. So he was a award-winning cameraman right from the word go, and he was a genius and studied well in school and school topper, college topper, and all. So I was growing in the shadow of the legend like him, and when I came to college, I was staying with him.
Okay.
So I used to see this young Mohanlal, young Mammootty coming home, young Suresh Kavi coming home, meeting him, hanging around with him and all. So they were all beginners. Like
Yeah.
Mammootty's first film and all shot by my brother.
Oh, wow.
So all these guys will hang around there.
Yeah.
So I see all these stars in the house, directors coming home and talking and all. And my brother had a very interesting house. He had the film bobbin, film rolls come in a yellow
Yeah.
color thing. So he
Okay.
piled it up and stuck it together and put a glass on top, and the screens are film strips. His whole
Okay.
house is very
Oh.
windows sandwiched with film strips.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
when you open the window, the film strips are in the thing.
Okay.
These kind of things he has done. So he was very creative, and in those days, I'm saying about 79, 80, he had a answering machine in his house.
Okay.
So somebody calls the answering machine. Say, the people used to get offended. Hey, he's there and he's not picking the call. Some his voice I can hear, but
Yeah.
he's not
Yeah.
answering it. They abuse it and keep. And no, very rarely people will talk
Yeah.
to a answering
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah.
That time, even now, I don't think people are talking to an answering machine. So that was there. So he was very modern guy in that sense. So I was growing up with him in his house, and I meet these guys to impress some girls, and I used to click some pictures.
Okay.
And so that was the beginning. And
Okay.
everybody say, "Hey, you shoot well and all your photography
Huh.
is good."
Huh.
So I went to somebody's house, on relative's house, and there's a click 3 camera was there. I clicked some pictures.
Okay.
They said some film is there for 3-4 months.
Huh.
They don't, immediately finish it. They will keep it for 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Every click is money. So
Yeah, true.
they said, we want to finish it. Can you take some pictures of grandfather and all? So I took some pictures. They were sitting in a veranda and all. I just clicked them and gave it and came back to Chennai. One day I got a call from Kerala and they said that shopkeeper wanted to talk to you.
Huh.
Shopkeeper said, hey, what setting you have done in there? I said, it's automatic click 3 camera, there's nothing to set. And they said, no, it's shot like a professional.
Okay.
What lighting you have done? I didn't do any lighting. It's a natural light. So it is, photographs are looking fantastic. So you will become a cameraman, he said that day.
Okay. Okay.
If you,
And how old were you at that
I was
time?
in college.
Okay.
So must be 1920.
Yeah.
So I I thought maybe he's saying what he's saying. Then I met Sabu Cirilli as a friend of mine, and he was doing screen printing
Okay.
for hotels and credit card. He used to make for five-star hotels. He used to make
Brochures and stuff.
no menu cards.
Okay,
So to
okay.
take some food photography, he wants
Ah,
somebody to shoot. So I
okay.
didn't have a camera on my own.
Uh-huh.
My brother's camera was there, but I used to go to one friend of mine called Kaimal, and he is a photographer. He used to work in the night and click pictures of the food.
Okay.
So then we learned about food photography. We bought a book about photography. We read it because there also you can't color correct it, and you have to, make the food yummy, edible, in visually.
Yeah.
So it should not cooked overcooked. And also with a chef, and we used to make experiment, click many pictures and see, and we used to make a menu card.
Okay.
So that is how we both started. I think. Then I was met Rajiv Menon in one of my brother's shoot. He came as a Steadicam operator. He fell down and broke his leg.
Okay.
So we became friends that time. Then he called me one day and said, Ashok Mehta is coming to shoot an ad.
Uh-huh.
I'm directing it, but I need one assistant, local assistant. If you're free, I said I would love to come to meet Ashok. So I went and did lighting with him, whatever he said. He was very impressed. He gave the meter and read better and all. So I was thrilled. Ashok Mehta is telling. So his lighting style is completely different from my brother's lighting style. It's very soft light and very. I used to underexpose. We used to overexpose. He used to underexpose.
Okay.
So the images are more softer and beautiful and all. So I thought that's an interesting thing. So whenever Ashok Mehta comes and shoots and go, Rajiv will and me will shoot similar kind of lighting, 2-3 ads.
Okay.
So with that lighting.
Okay.
Then we'll call another cameraman like Vikas Sharaman or a big cameraman Chang and Barun Mukherjee and all. We'll call here. They'll come and do lighting. We'll ask him 1,000 questions, figure out what materials they're using. That
Okay.
we'll use it again.
Okay.
Then we'll practice with 10 ads like that. Then we'll call another favorite cameraman. So
But
it was
very
an
nice
institute.
idea.
It was an institute for us.
Yes. This was
So
yeah, this is a learning, yeah.
learning.
Yeah.
So we used to get thrilled about how we are learning from different masters
Yeah.
because Barun Mukherjee is very famous for his face lighting. He used to
Okay.
do skin photography.
Okay.
L'Oreal kind of all this,
Uh-huh. Fashion
not
food.
fashion and skin like Vaseline, those kind
Beauty
of
shots.
beauty
Ah,
shots. He's a
okay.
famous guy.
Okay.
His lighting is very complicated, very big. It takes a lot of time to light it.
Okay.
But we used to do the same lighting very quickly because we had learned it from
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
and this you can do it like this.
Okay.
So Ashok ji also will take a lot of time, but we used to do it quickly. So that is our USB.
Okay.
So then he said, "Why don't you?" And he was doing a film, Rajiv, and he was directing ads also. His company was
This
doing well. So
Vinsaraka Novis.
no. He
Okay.
was directing ads.
Okay.
He was shooting a film as a cameraman.
Uh-huh.
So he wanted me to come and shoot it for a few days because he has to go for the ad.
Okay.
So I got a first opportunity to
Oh.
shoot independent. So I started working in that, and he
Okay.
really liked the footage and all. So he said, "Why don't you join me? I'm doing a lot of ads and like that." I joined him. I left
Okay.
my brother, and I thought I'll get stuck in Malayalam films. Malayalam films at that time a small industry. So I moved to Rajiv. Rajiv used to shoot in Bombay, and also we used to go in Bombay. And Rajiv is the first guy who took me to a five-star hotel to have dinner, and
Okay.
we were all and stayed there in five-star hotel. I used to stay in Rajiv's home only.
Okay.
So we grown up like that, and Rajiv is a great teacher also. So he studies well, and he is a very knowledgeable person. If you know about this mic, he'll repeat and give it to you. Like it's like we used to. Now we jokingly say, after Google, Rajiv's market has become down. We are not impressed with Rajiv now because he was a Google for us.
Okay.
You ask him anything, he'll
He'll know
tell.
it.
He'll know it.
Okay.
After Google, one guy got hit was Rajiv. Otherwise we all used to get
Okay.
really impressed by his knowledge. Even now he teaches.
Yeah,
and
he has an institute
no,
as well.
when I get a new camera or anything, you go to Rajiv, he'll teach you how to handle what is the specialty, and If you want to know any book, for that matter, you just call Rajiv and he'll tell you the full story
Okay.
because you would have read it. So you go with him in a car and you know the full story as if you read it. He'll teach
Okay.
you. So
Okay.
he's a
Knowledgeable
knowledgeable
person.
guy,
Okay.
and
Huh.
he also loves to share it. He
Okay.
doesn't hide it. So he used to part his knowledge to everybody.
That's actually a good quality, right? Like,
That is
not
a
a lot
great
of
quality.
people
Yeah.
will give it to another
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I use it in another way. I don't have any knowledge. I tell my assistant to check the camera and check this thing. Then I'll
Okay.
see the result and see. So
Okay.
I'm not a technical guy. So
Okay.
I don't press many buttons and all. So these cameras have so many buttons and
Yeah.
figure out every camera comes new camera.
Yeah.
I think basically we believe in God because it saves us from all this disaster. you know, that's why
Yeah.
we in India we used to do
Yeah.
puja before shooting.
Yeah.
Now, with all the odds, we could able to get an image.
Yeah. True.
So
That is true.
that's how the God belief is. Because Spielberg never did puja, but these films are still great films. But Nolan doesn't do it. But we
Okay.
do it because to protect our
Yeah.
film from
Yeah. Okay.
other elements.
Nice.
Because 99% of the guys who comes to industry are bare, um, fit for nothing in life. I heard a lot of people telling me, my brother-in-law, he didn't study. I gave him a car, he went and crashed it. He fit for nothing. Why don't you take him as your assistant? I said, I said, is that the qualification? Yeah, cinema, no. Why? Like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So they think you're
Yeah.
completely fit for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you go to
Yeah.
cinema.
Nowadays, if you say, what's your son is doing? My son just finished in visual. Oh, he didn't study. So visual communication means is like
Ama.
earlier we used to say BA economics means okay, that fellow is not
Avlo
in
padikka
Nala
maata.
Padika Mata, and that's why he's in BA
Economics.
economics.
Yeah.
Now,
Correct.
if you're in visual communication means you are fit for nothing. So you are there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a
Yeah.
loafer. So
Yeah.
that is what people
That
think.
is true. That is the kind of
Kind of
thinking
thing
people have.
people
Yeah.
have,
Yeah.
oh, visual, they
Ama.
say, che, அப்படியா பாவம் அப்படின்னு. So visual communication ஐயோ
Yeah.
அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க.
True.
So that's a thing now.
Okay. Okay.
Like my wife is so disappointed, like because she's a chartered accountant,
Oh,
ICWR,
okay.
all these things.
Okay.
Her father is an IAS, so now both the sons are in movies and useless gang there. So
Okay. Like you mentioned, right? You've been in that phase of transitioning from film to digital, right? How did you adapt to it?
see, as I told you, I'm not very knowledgeable guy, so I jump into anything new.
Okay.
So my wife used to say, every 3 years I change my car. Every film I change my clothes. Like if somebody gives me an advance, I'll throw all my
I
clothes
actually
out.
saw that in an interview.
Yeah,
You had mentioned that
I
you
throw
buy
everything.
set of
I'll
new
buy set of new clothes so that when I go to a set,
Okay.
first day I'll wear new shoes, new socks, new everything. Perfume to everything.
Okay,
New
that's
glasses also.
interesting.
So I feel fresh
Okay.
because I'm working with a new director. Like now I'm working with Sudha. I never worked with that. So you go to a set, you feel fresh.
Yeah.
From your socks to something.
Yeah.
So I don't buy expensive clothes. I buy it from export rejects so that I can throw it out next film.
Okay.
So my budget will be some 20,000-25,000 rupees. I'll finish everything.
Okay.
And
So
that
every film you keep buying
keep
new
buying
new
clothes.
sets.
I feel fresh about it.
Okay.
That's a. So
That's
every
your way
film-
of doing it.
Every
yeah.
film I'll try a new perfume or maybe new glasses and new watch and things
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
So that I'll feel fresh about the whole thing. So
Okay.
likewise, I use different lenses for every film. So whatever lighting I do in a film, I will not do it in the film. So
Okay.
I get always nervous of going to a set first day because I am trying new thing which can disastrously fail.
Yeah.
But what the hell, it's not going to kill us.
Correct.
So do it.
Yeah.
It fails next time you can try
Yeah.
something else. But
Yeah.
I will not do the same thing again. So none of my films ever looked same.
Okay.
If you see all my films, filmography, if you see Dil Chahta Hai, then I did Kannathil Muthamittal, next
Yeah.
film. Then I did Boys.
Right.
That's completely different.
Yeah.
Then I did Koi Mil Gaya.
Yeah.
Then I did
there's
Black.
a difference. Yeah.
Then I did Yuva. Every film is completely different director. And I also try to work with, not to work with the same director again and again. Now,
Okay.
after 20 years later, I'm working with Mani Ratnam.
Okay.
So in between, I didn't work. So I was exploring different directors. So when you go to a new director, what happens is you don't know them, they don't know you. You're trying to impress. It's like a new dating app, you know. So
You like the challenge.
challenge. So you have to impress that guy
Okay.
because now I'm working with Sudha. Sudha has worked with Nikit before.
Yeah.
He shot it well.
Yeah.
Now I have to shoot it better than him, and also she has to be comfortable. She should
Yeah.
not think that guy was better. You know,
Yeah,
so
I get it.
that thing is there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So in one film, you will figure out the director,
Of
more or
course.
less. What is his plus and minus? Then it's your choice next time you want to do the film with them or not.
Okay, okay. I get
So
it. But what are your thoughts on this director, cinematographer, long collaboration, right? Like
it's
most
nothing
of
wrong,
the.
nothing wrong, but
No, no, no.
it's boring.
Okay, huh.
See, if you see,
Mostly in the West and everything, if you see, there's a long collaboration
yeah,
between the director
they do
and.
that, they do that.
Yeah.
But that happens here also with few directors. But everybody needs a change because it's a creative process.
Yeah.
Then you are stuck with one kind of menu.
Yeah.
There's this guy's limitation.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not exploring the world. It's like you're staying in the same street and thinking that's the greatest place in the world. Like you're content about it. If you don't travel, you don't explore.
That's
So
true.
it's like that. If you don't work with different directors, I would have worked only in Malayalam film. I will not work with Mani Ratnam.
Yeah.
Or Sanjay, Leela, Bhansali, or Farhan Akhtar, or Karan Johar, or Muthu Murugadas,
Yeah.
Shankar,
True.
Sudha, or anybody, Trivikram, or any big directors. So that is because you try to explore with the different directors.
Yeah.
So every director has got a plus and minuses, strengths, and so you pick up certain things over the years. Then it will become your strength also.
Yeah, yeah. So you worked in smaller budget films and bigger budget films, right? Like usually in a bigger budget film there'll be more resources, right? Do you think it's easier to work when you have more resources, or is it a myth?
No, it depends on the director only, what he wants, actually. If the director is not interested in imagery or visual storytelling, then nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
So nothing you can do about it. Then the whatever money you have, you can get an ugly picture.
Okay.
So it doesn't mean all the biggest films are, which is made 1,500 crores and all, looking pretty. Or images you remember.
Yeah, true.
Images you don't want to rewatch. You don't want to watch only.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
that kind of films, it's so boring. See, if you talk about cinematography in the world, the top 10 or top 100 films, none of them are blockbusters. 7 never even made a Oscar nominated, or a Godfather didn't get an Oscar nomination for cinematography. So it doesn't mean they're bad films. They
Yeah.
still remember. Like Dil Chahta Hai, I didn't get a single nomination. So you're
Okay.
talking about it after
Yeah.
21 years.
Correct,
So
yeah.
that's
True.
a thing. Some films you don't get recognized because it's new for that age and time.
Yeah.
And mediocrity has been celebrated always. So when mediocrity is on the high note, and you think that is what the thing is, but it's like bell bottom. It comes and goes.
Goes, yeah, actually. Wow, that's a great comparison.
Yeah, it
It's
is
like
like
bell
that.
bottoms.
See, it's not, style and fashion is completely different.
Yeah, true.
Style is always there.
Yeah.
Fashion is
Keeps changing.
keeps changing.
Correct, yeah.
So cinematography also, the greatest cinematographers' work you can watch and study every time. Even now, if you see after 50 years of Godfather, you feel ashamed of why I lost 40 years of my life doing nothing. So pathetically we are shooting that, and they are shooting shot it so well. Gordon Willis shot it so well. You can't compare it with our work.
Okay.
How daringly he shot it. So and with all the facilities, it's not going to kill us. We are living comfortably. Still, we are not experimenting. It's a tragedy.
Okay. Why do you think there is no room for experimenting?
That's what exactly I'm trying to say. It comes from the director.
Okay.
See, when you work with a Sanjay, Leela, Bhansali, you get that image.
Okay.
Or if you go with a Mani Ratnam, he wakes you up at 4 o'clock, take you and not giving a break and shooting, because all Manirathnam films have morning light. Because
Right.
India, the light is by 9 o'clock, ugly light will come. So
Correct.
he shoots early morning light and evening light, so that the imageries are very good.
Right.
And the director like Priyadarshan used to do that. When I did Virasat,
Okay.
early morning 4 o'clock we go and shoot till 9 o'clock. Then we go indoor and shoot. Then we come back in the evening, and we finish the film in 52 days.
Okay.
And we won all the awards also. So that was my first Filmfare award also. So
Okay.
I'm saying some director has to be understanding about that. Okay? So that kind of directors are very rare.
Okay.
Then you you can do something different.
Okay.
So all the other things we are fighting with the directors and getting it, fighting with the production and getting this, because we wanted certain films to look in
Correct.
certain ways.
Yeah.
For example, some directors, some cameraman combo will work very well, but the same cameraman will never shine in any other films. He will never get the same name,
Right.
or his work is not in that level. For example, if now you take Ravi Varman. Ravi Varman's work is very good in recent times, all the films.
Right.
Whether it is Sanjay, Leela, Bhansali, Mani Ratnam, or Imtiaz Ali, or Sanju kind of
Yeah.
Raju Rani film
Tamasha
also,
and
Tamasha,
yeah.
all these films.
Yeah.
Because he is fighting
Yeah.
to get that image. He
But
has
why
to,
do you think there needs to be a fight for a
because
cinematographer?
because the director is not interested. It's okay, TK, I'm okay, and all they say.
Okay.
So if you say that angle is burning out, it's okay, I like it. And all this. That's why if you don't have an aesthetic, what you do?
Yeah.
If somebody puts too much salt in your food and say, I like it and all, then you can't eat it.
True.
So
Yeah, I get it.
then you'll say, no, cook again. Like, so that fight has to be happening. So in that
Okay.
process, you will hate some people. You don't like some people. They'll say he's very difficult. That's okay. Gordon Willis is the most difficult cameraman in the world. Ridley Scott is the most difficult director to work. James Cameron is the most difficult director to work. Sanjay Leela Bhansali is the most difficult director to work. Mani Ratnam is the most difficult director to work, because they expect perfection.
Right.
They're not tokoing and giving you a film.
Right.
So when you're looking for perfection, you get irritated with other people, because they are not interested. They just want to finish the film and go home.
Right.
So,
I get
so
it.
in that process, you'll have to fight with a costume designer, certain colors you want. You have to put your foot down. Sometimes you leave the film and go. It's
Yeah.
okay. People will say he left the film and all. It's okay. I left my third film with Mammootty and Shobana, with a big director, because they didn't provide me what I want. And from outdoor, I left without telling them.
Okay.
They said, I'll never work again. I worked with the same director next film, because whatever I shot looked fantastic
Okay.
than the other cameraman who came and shot. So
Okay.
he called me and said, I'm sorry, you do my next film.
Okay. Okay.
So
Interesting.
that happens. So it doesn't matter.
Okay. Let's say when you're working with a director, do you like someone who comes with a fixed vision, or do you prefer someone who figures it out with you as it goes?
See, as long as the director is clear about, see, end of the day, it's not a cameraman film. Film is
The
music
director.
director, editor, costume designer, art director, everybody is film. Director is trying to come with a vision.
Yeah.
That vision, we are trying to help him to achieve it.
Correct.
That is the job.
Right.
It's like we are all ingredients in a meal. It's we are not the meal. So
I get it. Yeah.
so everybody is, somebody act like a mirchi, or somebody act like a salt, somebody act like oil. But
Everyone has to come
everyone
together.
has to come to cook a fantastic
Complete
meal.
meal,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like natural border. It's when you make a film, you never knew you're making a great film. It becomes great later over the years. Sometimes film will failure, then it becomes great film. So that happens. So you work, put your 100%, thinking it's going to be a good film, but by the 1 week or 2 weeks, the film is taking what route. Then you survive the film.
Interesting. How do you navigate creative conflicts with directors? Let's say something that, I'm sure you would have had many
Always.
instances
No,
like
no,
that, right?
every film.
I'm sure.
Every
So,
film, every director you have created.
yeah. So, how do you navigate and like put
No,
your foot
no.
down and say, this is something that
No, no.
would
See,
work?
we put our foot down only for a stupid shot.
Okay.
You know, if the director wants certain angle, then we'll shoot it. But the shot itself is wrong. It will not cut with the other song. It will not create a rhythm. I always put my foot down. I always ask who's the editor. I am very particular about the editor also.
Okay.
The editor can ruin your imagery.
True.
So I always ask who's the editor. In fact, when I did Dil Chahta Hai, first question I asked who's your editor. He said some other name. I said no, I want this editor. He
Okay.
said why you are bothered about the editor? I said that editor will only save the film. That is Sriyas Prasad. Sriyas Prasad. I said I want
Okay.
him
Okay.
to Farhan. Farhan agreed. That's how Sriyas sir came and did the film.
Right.
He's a great editor.
Yes. Of
So
course.
when Amir saw the film, he thought it's slow. It cut very slowly and all.
Okay.
It's not fast cutting and all. But
You did well, yeah.
it did well.
Yeah.
Now it became a cult film.
Correct.
So if you cut fast, it would have been fashionable then.
Yeah. True.
So
So you do navigate through those conflicts with.
see, conflicts will happen because two human beings cannot be in sync, whether it is marriage or real life or cinema. How two individuals will imagine? So whatever clothes you are wearing, you think it's nice. I am thinking I'm wearing nice clothes. He thinks it's not.
Yeah. Might be, yeah.
Everybody's taste is different.
Yeah.
Culturally, we brought up in a different area.
True.
How you got exposed to what lifestyle,
Yeah.
what kind of aesthetics you have, it's your call. So some people's interior, if you see, you will be wondering what they are thinking buying those things. But these things, it's very good. That's why you
Correct.
made
Yeah,
it.
of
You
course.
spend
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
So that kind of aesthetics is always there.
Yeah.
So you cannot correct everybody's aesthetics. So it's also, see, a camera placement from here to here, it's only few, like one great cameraman said about this, good cinematography to great cinematography, few inches, he said. Few inches means you put the camera here, it's a great shot to good shot.
Okay.
That's a difference.
Yeah.
If you move the light slightly this side, it's a great lighting. The light this side and few inches up, that's a bad lighting.
I get it.
That is a difference actually.
Okay.
It makes a huge difference. That I realized when I was young with my brother. He took a photograph of mine standing against a blue sky, because those days when anamorphic lenses were not available in South.
Okay.
It came from Bombay for a film, first anamorphic film we were shooting, and the matte box was big, 6x4, filter and all came first time. So in that he could able to see a sunset. So he said, I stand there, I'll take a picture. He took my picture. Then he was standing there, he come here and I went there. He said, stand here, take my picture also. I took. Then I printed. And I saw the print. When I came back from the shoot, I saw the print. My shot was against the blue sky. Beautiful light hitting on my eyes and evening light hitting on my eyes. And blue sky, warm light hitting, and the matte box also lit, and camera angle is right. You can see the camera in an angle. Everything was perfect.
Okay.
I am taller than him, my brother. So I shot like this. So I could see 1,000 people behind us, and trees coming out of the head and all. I tore the picture and threw it. So I told my brother that film got negative, got spoiled. I never gave it to him. But I still have the picture. I made it a print and put it in the house.
Oh, you did?
Because whenever I see, I know that few inches made a difference.
Okay, wow.
That is a game changer for me in my life.
Okay.
So after that, when I put a camera, before I see everything, what is in the background.
Okay.
That becomes subconscious.
That's
They
nice.
say camera is a tool which trains you to see without a camera.
Yeah. True, actually.
So when I see you, I can see a frame
Okay.
automatically. That is how your mind will work. So I still buy still cameras. I still shoot.
Okay.
Now also I bought a new Leica camera, still camera.
Nice.
So I keep buying cameras. I have 5-6 cameras. My wife is saying, you're not using, you keep buying this camera. This Leica, I haven't even opened it.
It just
there.
kept it, okay.
I want to take it one day and start shooting.
Okay.
So I shoot stills always, and I print it and see, because I don't give digital copy, I give print copy, because print will keep it, digital will get into dustbin.
Yeah, true. What is your favorite genre of films to shoot? Like, let's say if it is up to you, which genre would you choose?
I like to shoot action films mostly
Okay.
because, but I don't get action films. They don't call me to do action films. They think I'm more of a Sanjay Leela Bhansali kind of films.
Okay.
But whenever I did an action film, I try to do something different so that the collaboration is interesting. And the action masters got Filmfare awards for it. Like
Okay.
Virasat, my first Hindi film got Filmfare for action. Then Gajini got an action.
Okay.
Then Yuva got action.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Filmfare and Kannathil Muthamittal got action. So
Okay.
whatever films I have done, action films,
Okay.
the stunt choreographer always got an
Uh huh.
action. I also interested in shooting a lot of songs earlier, not now, earlier. So
Why not now? What
no,
changed?
because 60 films, 6 songs a film, it comes to
Yeah.
some 300, 400
Yeah,
songs.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And every song has to look different. It's very, very
True.
difficult.
Yeah.
So, song also, I like for us, first national award from my film only, Koi Mil Gaya.
Uh huh.
First Filmfare award from my film only, that
Oh, wow.
Virasat.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I try to get the best angles for the song picturization. Lot of my choreographers got, awards and
Okay. Nice. So action films is what you like to shoot.
action films, but
Okay.
they don't call me to do action.
Okay.
Funnily, I love Black the most. It's
Out of all the films that you have done, is there a film that you feel very close to? Like
See,
now, when you look back, you have some memories.
I have memories in every film.
Yeah, I'm
but
sure,
The
but-
thing is, close and all you can't say. See, I really enjoyed shooting Kannathil Muthamittal. Kandukondain also was an enjoyable shoot. Then, of course, Black. Because Sanjay is. I was supposed to do Bajra Mastani that time.
Okay.
That didn't happen. So he told me, I'm doing a film without songs and things. I said, I would love to do it because he never did a film without songs. That's the only film he did.
Oh, okay.
Black. So I told him, we'll avoid all the colors. We'll avoid this Jimmy J based sweeping movements. We'll shoot a film more on statics and, shaft of light and all those things. He said, Kaagaz Ki Fool, and that kind of piazza and all that. This
Okay.
big shaft of light.
Okay. Okay.
That kind of thing, big sets and all. Earlier, we was thinking of a small film in a
Okay.
real location. So I was telling him a bigger version. That film was supposed to be Nasruddin Shah and that kind of
Oh,
setup, small
okay.
film,
Okay. Okay.
intimate film.
Okay.
That became black.
Yeah.
So,
It became Amitabh
so we
Bachchan
avoided
then.
all the colors. And Sabhay Sachi Mukherjee was the first film as a
Oh, as a costume.
costume designer.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
young boy from Calcutta.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
he just came in.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
his aesthetics are very different from whatever we have seen from
Right.
the regular cinema costume designers.
Right.
So the great team was there, Russell Pokuti and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so
Sound.
Sound,
Yeah.
who won an Oscar for
Right,
Slumdog.
right.
And he was a young boy then.
Uh huh.
So I was young, Sanjay
Yeah.
was young. So,
Yeah. Okay.
so that was fun. To
I'm
shoot.
sure.
Because I was shooting Yuva here
Mm-hmm.
with Mani Ratnam. So that was a panic shoot and hectic shoot. Then next day, either the pack up ho gaya, then next flight I straight went to Sanjay's set.
Okay.
And when I shot it first day, very quickly, he got thrown off. 1 week shooting, I shot in 1 day. So he said, let's print it and see. Because this fellow is tokoing. And then he saw the footage and he came and hugged me and said, "Oh, I thought if you're just tokoing. And I said, you're giving enough time. I come from Manisha speed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like you are in a race,
Yeah.
then you come and shoot in a city traffic slowly. It's like that
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
So I came from that adrenaline pump. So 5 location shifts, 75 shots a day.
Oh my
Here Sanjay Leela Bhansali 1 shot a day. 2 shots.
75 shots a day.
Yeah, Manisha shoots like that.
Oh
even
my
now.
goodness. That's like crazy. Yeah. Okay.
Because he shoots extremely fast. And his energy is that, his character's energy is that. That translates in the film.
Yeah, true. Tell us about your collaboration with Mani sir, right? Like the first collaboration, when it came about.
See,
How?
when he did his first film, second film, I think, his second film, and that was 40 years back in 1984, and he did a Malayalam film. My brother is a cameraman, so I was
Oh,
an assistant.
okay.
To accept his film, me and my brother went and watched his earlier film, which
Okay.
was a Kannada film.
Uh-huh.
They said there's a young boy is doing a film. So my brother is a big cameraman, so he wanted to know who's this guy,
Uh-huh.
what film he has done. So Balmendra shot it, very beautifully shot film, Pallavi and Pallavi. And we saw the film, he said, oh, it's very good. And all. So we came with him. So we did that film. Then
Okay.
he did a Tamil film called Pagal Nilavu. That also I worked as an assistant.
Okay.
So that time Money and we used to have a bike. We used to go on his bike and he used to take me to see some film. I used to take him to Chennai Film Society where we used to screen films and all. So like that, I know Money from 40 years now.
Okay.
Then I became a cameraman independently. I moved away from here to did Malayalam films and
Yeah.
all. Then I did a Hindi film. I got Filmfare Award and all. Then I did Dil Chahta Hai. That time I got a call from Mani because he was having a good association with P.C. Sriram, Rajiv Menon, Santosh
Yeah.
Sivan and all. So he called me to do Kannathil Muthamittal. It's a very unusual story. It's not unlike any other Mani Ratnam film,
Yeah.
which didn't have a romantic song,
Yeah.
marriage song,
Yeah,
nothing.
correct.
So there's no.
Such a beautiful film
So
though,
it's a
yeah.
very unusual subject,
Yeah.
and I can't do the same kind of lighting what earlier guys were doing, like PC sir or Santosh, the backlight and low bonds and all those things I couldn't do because that story doesn't demand that, and we kept it very real. So our references were all from National Geography. Eh, those kind of
Okay.
raw and real and
Right.
heat and sunlight and
Sweat and
sweat
all of
and
that,
because
yeah, okay.
Sri Lanka is full of
Correct.
heat and there's a war zone. It's not pretty picture. So you don't have a pretty sunrise shot or anything like that. So it's totally raw and real. So we kept it very raw and we removed a lot of colors and we made it. We even did a cross processing while printing and also we did all
Okay.
things. We removed the colors and most of the time.
Okay.
Little more bleached out look and all that. So we tried that. So I was telling him after watching the film, I told Mani, I'm not going to get any name in this film. It's not the typical Mani Ratnam kind of
okay.
imageries in the film.
Beautiful.
Beautiful imageries in
Yeah.
the film. There's no song which will people see with the dancers going and all those twilight and sunrises and it's nothing there. But
Yeah, it
it
is.
got me a lot of name. Then I did the next two films which is Yuva and I Did It. Both are same but different time period we shot. So it's like new film only.
Yeah.
So that also completely gritty film. So we were using three
And
different.
it had different looks also no, for different
look.
characters and
Three
everything.
different characters, three
Yeah,
different looks.
yeah.
One is blue, one is warm, and one is green. Then also each one had a different lensing also,
Yeah.
exposure also, so that depth will be different. It's like Vivek Oberoi character is actually full of himself in the film, and he's not. He wants to go abroad and settle down.
Yeah.
And that
Siddharth in,
Siddharth
yeah,
in that.
correct.
So his focus is only himself. And
Himself.
he's not about the surrounding.
Yeah.
So we kept him in a telephoto lens so that surroundings looks softer and out of
Okay.
focus.
Okay.
Whereas Michael character, which is Surya and Ajay Devan did, and it was a solid character. So it's always on a dolly
Okay.
and a very depth of focus we kept at 5-6 level we shot so that you see depth, and his character has greenery in it.
Yeah.
That guy is cool character, so that is bluish tone, and this guy is violent.
Yeah, the red guy.
Red and
Madhavan and.
Madhavan and Abhishek.
Yeah.
So we shot it handheld and
Okay.
gritty environment and also. So every character comes, we have to shoot in different stock. We have to change the stock and shoot it and change the stock for other character.
Okay.
When his point of view, when it comes, we'll have to change the stock and shoot
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
So it's one guy used to sit with a notebook and keep writing. He was a new assistant then. His name is Vikash Naulaka.
Okay.
He's a big DAP now in advertising and all.
Okay.
Very good. He did Lal Patta Ladies.
Oh,
He
okay.
doesn't do movies much. He's
Okay.
a big guy in advertising.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay, so after that, now after almost a decade,
20 years later.
20 years, 2 decades later, now you guys are collaborating. How is that?
Same madness.
Okay.
So there's no
Okay, do you see any
change.
difference over the years?
He is great, but he is the same guy. Same
Okay.
panic.
Okay. So among the cinematographers, do you guys, meet and talk about
In
your...
Bombay we do. In Bombay we do a lot of
Okay.
meeting. Like in my building, Sudeep Chatterjee stays upstairs. So I
Oh.
go to his house for lunch and he comes here.
Oh,
We hang
nice.
around a lot.
Okay.
So, and we call other Anil Mehta and other people at our home and we keep meeting.
Okay.
In Bombay we used to meet a lot of DPs. In fact, when I was there actively, Bombay, I used to screen my film release means I used to screen only for cinematographers.
Oh.
So then all of them meet and have a drink and talk
okay.
about bitch
Okay.
about all directors and be happy about it. That
That sounds fun.
that's what it is. That's
Okay.
the meetings agenda is how we are getting screwed by this director.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's how. That was a very good session. Now I have to revive it now.
Yeah, maybe I think you should. One thing that I actually wanted to discuss with you is that, right, like being married to a cinematographer, I now see a glimpse of what really goes behind, right, to make a film, the long hours of work and a lot of travel and this and that. Have you ever felt like, a cinematographer is not being talked about much? It's always about the director or an actor. Do you feel like an unseen person in this
Yeah, that
process?
was there all the time earlier. Not in South.
Okay.
In Bombay, it was majorly
Huh.
like they don't care about cinematographers.
Huh.
They care about more about hair and makeup and costume. So
Okay.
it's more about vanity in Bombay. But the
Okay.
vanity has to look good means some cinematographer has to shoot that they understand yet.
Correct. Yeah.
That's a tragedy. So they give importance to a still photographer also, not to a cinematographer.
But why do you
So we
think
don't
that
get invited for
happens?
any parties or anything because we are not connected with fashion, they think. They
Okay.
think still photographer or a costume designer or a makeup artist are important, not a cinematographer. But whatever images we create only stays long.
Yeah.
You don't remember a cover photo of Filmfare for
Yeah.
20 years.
True.
So you remember a film. That's what I'm happy about it.
Yes. It's just the way you feel. Like.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's how it is. But South media always interviewed cinematographers. I always get P.C. Sriram or Santosh and Balamendra Nivas. So many great cameramen, Ravi Varman,
Yeah.
R.D. Rajshekhar, Rajiv Menon. So many people know by
Yeah.
their name, by their
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
So when I go to a theater, at least 10 people come and take a photograph with me.
Oh, that's nice.
So you go to any temple or anywhere, people recognize you and come and take you inside. Something happens like that. That happens because of South India cinematographers has been interviewed, celebrated,
Yeah.
media. Now social media, you're seeing everything.
Yeah.
Earlier only print. So
Yeah.
press used to be really helpful for us in South.
Okay.
South press was fantastic actually. They
Nice.
always interviewed me. In fact, once I went with my son for a US visa. That day in Times of India, full page photograph was there, my photo.
Oh,
One
okay.
interview was there.
Okay.
So the guy who was interviewing my son, because as a father I went because he was 16 years old, 15 years old or something like that. He said, I've seen you somewhere. I said, it's in the paper. And he said, he said, he sign here and also. And he gave visa to him.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
because he was reading the newspaper, it was there.
Right.
So that kind of thing happens, So that kind of media attention was there. Once we went to a temple near Karaikudi, one village. So the train, we had to get off. Then there's a hand pulling rickshaw was there.
Oh, okay.
That kind of thing. So me and my wife sat. And that guy turned and said, "You're Ravi K Chandran." I said, "Yeah." She said, "Yeah, you planted this guy." She was saying, how the hell one village, one guy knows it? Then he said, no, I came to Chennai to
Okay.
relative's house,
Okay.
and there's a Hindi film shooting was happening.
Uh-huh.
He was a junior artist, I believe.
Oh.
That guy, relative,
Okay.
he took him. So in the set, one guy is most powerful guy is shouting at everybody, screaming at it. That was you. So I
Okay.
remember you. And
Okay.
everybody used to listen to your timing and everything and all. So I thought you were a very important guy. So I
Okay.
remember your face and all.
Oh, nice.
So I said, see, I didn't plant him in
Yeah, so sweet though. Tell us a bit about your family. Like your son is a cinematographer. He's married to a production designer, I
Yes,
believe.
yes.
Yeah, so you all are in the same industry. And you said your wife is not at all into films or like,
Nothing. She never seen film shooting at all.
So how does that dynamics work when you're all together?
So they treat like shit. So they don't know who I am and what I'm doing in the industry.
Okay.
When I get an award and come home, she'll say, "Can you go and put this in the dustbin and come buy milk and go to the shop and buy vegetables." So the award is kept in the outside only. She go and get it and come. So
Okay.
that is how it is. So
Okay.
when I show the award, she says it's for the last year film. No, not the work now you're doing. No, it's like a dead meat and dead fish. And all.
Okay.
She says that award is
It's done. It's
done.
over.
It's over. What you did last year. Now what film you are doing, do it properly. And she says.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's the truth actually. You know, like when my son was young, I said, "What your marks are very less. I believe this semester and all." So he says, 2 years back you got film for it. After that you get you're doing films, no? It happens.
Oh,
So he says, it happens. Up and down will happen.
wow.
So
That's like, it's like your family is a reality check to you all the time.
So they and there's no reality check. They were down and dumb. So you have to prove yourself every time. So once I went to meet, I was in shooting in Hyderabad. Whenever I shoot, the one friend of mine, cameraman, used to come and meet me, Chota K Naidu, and we are talking. So my wife called me and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I came to meet Chota K Naidu." She said, "You go and give gyans and eat free food and OC food and come. You're shameless." And all, she said. So I said, "Don't eat too much." And all. She said, "Okay, okay." I said, he asked me what madam is saying. I said, "I'm having free food from you, giving gyans." He said, "No, give it to me." He said, you don't understand. He's a legend. You're lucky to marry to him. You should tell your kids how big your son, father is. All these things.
Okay.
He's a legend and all. She said, "Okay." You should. Then she cut the line. So they were laughing, and when I came down to Chennai, and they were calling me, "Legend has come." Hey, legend dosa you want? So my son and I are going, "Appa, we are proud of you." Appa. So they are teasing me full time.
I think they clearly keep you grounded.
Legend is gone to the toilet. Okay. That, so when I go to the
Okay.
so
Oh,
they'll
wow.
ask me, "Legend, you want sambar?" Okay. That's it. Then after that legend name itself become very
Okay, okay.
we'll mummify him and all they used to say.
Fine. Okay, interesting. Wow, okay. So let's move on to some fun questions. So, what's the weirdest place you've ever set up a camera? Or like a jugad way of doing
No,
a
no,
shot?
I did one stupid thing. Now when I look at back, it is stupid. Like there's a shot of one body is falling in a valley. So I was holding the camera in hand. I was sitting on the cliff of a 40 feet crane into the valley,
Okay.
and I was holding the body's rope. Did that thing. I had
Okay.
to just cut it.
Okay.
The focus puller was cutting it, and I'm holding the camera. When this weight goes away, the crane
Yeah.
will go, no?
Yeah.
That we didn't calculate.
Okay.
I took the shot,
Uh-huh.
it went like that. It would have toppled and I would have gone with it.
Oh my
That is
god.
the weirdest thing
Oh
I
my
did.
god.
So
Okay.
after that, I never did those kind of things.
That's not weird, that is scary.
No, it's stupidity. As I
Yeah.
told you, like film industry is compelled with these kind of groups. They'll tell you to do certain things which is not needed,
Yeah.
but we do that. I could have fixed the camera and done it from ground also.
Huh.
But I wanted to hold it.
Is
Earlier
every
and all, if you,
cinematographer like this? Because I give like I one day he posted a story on Instagram of him tongifying from one ஒரு எதுலோ எப்படி நீ தொங்கிட்டு இருந்த கிரேன்ல and he was shooting it. I called him. I said, "Do you think this is cool? Like, do you think you're being some cool person by doing this? Because people watching might be like, wow, எவ்வளோ கஷ்டப்பட்டு ஷூட் பண்றாரு அப்படின்ட்டு, but it's not cool."
it's not about coal. What happens is in India, there's a misconception. If you don't take the shot, people think you didn't shoot it. You're not the DP. So we are trying to hold on the camera all the time. But internationally, the cameramen are there's a new Oscar nominated cameraman is on a wheelchair. He's 76 years old.
Okay.
Ed Lackman. He has been on wheelchair ever since I met him, like 2009 onwards. But he has been shooting films.
Wow.
So he is not operating. Some operating
He directs it.
No, there's always an operating cameraman in all international films.
Okay.
Like all Hollywood films, there's an operating cameraman. You can't operate
Okay.
as a DP.
Oh.
That's why the director of multiple lens cameras are there, which camera you will operate. So you are directing the camera department.
Right.
There are 8 cameras there. You tell the exposure about what to keep, what angle. That is why director of photography term comes. We are calling ourselves director of photography stupidly with one camera. So that's not the thing. Director of photography came like that.
Okay. Okay.
Because you are using multiple. Otherwise, we call ourselves cinematographers only.
Right.
Also, their stunt is done by second unit. So I went to a camera image festival, and one cameraman who shot many James Bond films, he was screening his films, showing what shot he has taken. Whatever actor's dialogue is, he shot, and the director also shot.
Okay.
Then the same shot, after that he punches somebody, means
Right.
from that onwards, another cameraman shot it.
Okay.
They walk away. They go to the next set with the actor and start shooting. The dupe will
So the B cam guy.
no, B cam. It's a second unit action team.
Okay.
And the cameraman will have 5-6 cameramen will shoot the
Okay.
action scene. One underwater camera, one helicopter, one guy will shoot aerial photography. Like that, different cameramen are there. Gimbal operators, steady
Right,
cams, and
right.
rigs and all this. So those guys will take over the action. These guys will do only punch-ins. So this guy was saying, I never went to any country. We shot only in Pinewood studio. Most of the shots are done by second unit. They'll come with a background plate. We'll shoot against it. So I never went. I asked him, you travel all over the world? He said, no. I stayed in Pinewood studio only. And he's the DP of James Bond films. So
Okay. Okay. So it doesn't work like that here, is it?
no, here it doesn't work like that because they don't want to pay other people. They don't want to pay us only. Then.
Okay. Tell me an actor and a director who always surprised you on set.
Actor or director? So most of the directors surprise me how he became a director. That's a different thing. So in the positive way, if I say like Manisha is one guy who always surprised me.
Okay.
He never gave me a predictable shot. When I read a script,
Uh-huh.
the choreography is completely different. The shot division is completely different. So
Okay.
you'll never ever expect that shot coming to you.
Okay.
Because you read the script, you discussed and all, but you go into a location with him and all, then he tell you a shot, recce and all you are done. But when the day you tell you a shot, that is something completely you are not thinking that way.
Okay.
He opens a shot like that.
Uh-huh.
So you can see the genius playing there.
Okay.
It's like Rahman's music only. Then when he edits, it looks different.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you shot is looking impactfully different. So
Okay.
every time I see his cut, something new comes
New.
out. Right away.
Okay.
So he is the only director I worked is always through me.
A challenge or
challenge.
surprise. Okay.
Surprise.
Okay. And any actor that you can tell us?
Actors, Amir Khan.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Now with Kamal Hassan, sir, that's a different thing. You can't talk about Kamal sir's performance anymore. Because he's there.
Yeah.
But Amir Khan always different.
Okay.
in every film I did. Whether it is Dil Chahta Hai is different, Gadini is different, Fana is different. So in Fana also he played two different looks also.
Right.
He was fat, then he reduced weight and
Yeah,
became
yeah, true. Yeah.
these two guys. And actress wise, another actor, I should say, I did only 2 films. He was young then, Ranbir Kapoor.
Huh.
Ranbir Kapoor is something else actually.
Okay.
In the younger lot, Alia Bhatt and Ranbir Kapoor, I worked with them. So they're terrific.
They're really good. Okay. Okay.
They're par with any international actors.
Okay.
One of the
Okay.
very best, like Fahaz Fasil,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
level.
Okay.
Dhanush, that level. This younger lot, they are the best.
Okay. Okay.
Ranbir Kapoor is one of the finest actors in India.
Yeah, he actually is. He's really good. What he
His
does.
eyes speaks
Yeah.
stories. I know him from his assistant days. So
Oh yeah, he was assisting.
in Black, he was an
Yes,
assistant. His
correct,
job
correct.
was to pick me up from the airport and
Oh, okay.
put me in a hotel and all he used to do.
Okay.
So I never knew this guy is.
Going to be so big.
No, I don't know who he is. Only AD I thought.
Ah, okay.
Then in the lift I saw that time Nokia phones and all the fashionable phones. iPhone didn't come that time. And he had a latest Nokia phone, better than mine. So I was jealously looking at his. And I asked him, "Is anyone in your family in movies or what?" He said, "Kind of, sir." And I said, "Oh, okay. What they doing?" He said, "I'm Rishi Kapoor's son. Neetu Singh is my mother."
Okay.
I said, "Give me in my bag. You can't take her." He said, "I'm a big fan of Rishi Kapoor. What are you doing?" And all. So he said, "No, no, sir, I'll keep it." And all. Then I looked at him. It should be an actor, man. Like that I was thinking. Then Sanjay thought of an idea launching these two kids.
Okay.
And I shot that film.
Right,
Savariya.
Savaria. Right.
Then I did Anjani with
Priyanka and
Ranbir.
yes, yes.
Then I was supposed to do Tamasha and I didn't.
Oh, you were supposed to do Tamasha, is
So
it? Okay,
the
okay.
talk on that.
Okay, okay,
Date, get also.
okay.
You missed a lot of films like that.
Correct. Nice, interesting. Um, let's say if you have to describe your cinematography style in like 3 words, how
Terrible.
do you? Huh?
Terrible.
Terrible. No, come on. You can't say that.
No,
You are like
see,
being savage to yourself also.
No, the thing is, as I told you,
Huh.
when I rewatch my film, I want to switch off at least 8 to 10 lights.
Okay.
Because I would have put it thinking that's working that day. That can be, I can shoot it fast. I was impatient. So many things are there.
That's
Director-
just
so-
being hard on yourself.
No, not
right?
on. Like, even the best of my best films also, when I see it, I wanted more contrasty, more, correct certain things. But having said all these things, when you do a film, we put our 100% on it. It also depends on your health that day.
Of course.
Your stomach is not well. You're having headache, or you're irritable at home.
Yeah.
Something, your driver came late. Some shit would have happened. Then what happens is that translates in your lighting.
Yeah.
Then director would have irritated you. That actor wanted to go early. Some nonsense will happen. Then you put some damn light and shoot it, and tell them, okay, this is what you want, take it. Then that becomes history. When you see it, it's scary.
I get it.
So when you see it later, then it's shit. I should have put my foot down. What I was thinking, why I put this nonsense light? That happens.
Okay.
So it's not. I'm trying to be modest or anything. It's actually, you can correct it a lot.
I get it.
So there's no perfect framing for that matter.
Okay.
Can slightly could have panned a little later. That bothers you.
Okay.
So sometime, I did a film called Virasat, first day shooting. Anil Kapoor and Pooja Batra is talking. Pooja Batra's first day. And they have to walk on a paddy field and they have to not get overlap and all. In telephoto and shooting. I know the shot is out. And she delivered the dialogue only in that take correctly.
Okay.
In the 8 takes. Priyan said, it's okay. I said, it's slightly out. That only you'll see. I said, no, Priyan, it's out. So he said, then we'll reshoot it. We'll throw her off. First day, first shot. So I'll reshoot the shot, don't worry.
Okay,
But he didn't reshoot it. It's there in the film.
Okay.
So It bothers me when you say Virasat. That shot he didn't take again. That
But that
bothers me.
is true, though. I think only cinematographer can see those
Yeah.
minute,
So when I watch a
miss.
film, some people say that film has got great cinematography. When I
Yeah,
watch it, I know he shot it so badly. So, but
I get it.
because I don't know why he shot it like that, and you'll be thinking they shoot and we get another film. They shoot, so it's okay.
Yeah, yeah. Like, but let's say out of the films that you've shot, what is your
My
favorite
favorite is
film?
Savriya
Savaria,
because
okay.
it's completely indoor.
Uh huh.
So I had to create everything,
Okay.
and it's a huge, beautiful set, huge set also.
Okay.
2 floors joint over there. It's 240 feet length.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, and I don't know how to light it. It's night, so I had to put smoke. If I put a light, I'll say a shaft. So I had to figure out a lighting. So then I thought Kino flow lights, tube lights, and all. I can't control them. But then I saw an American cinematographer, they use this thing called space lights. So it was Sony Pictures as a producer. So I told them to get something.
Okay.
And I made it here. And
Uh-huh.
it started catching fire. Then we figure out
Oh.
what went wrong in that. We did a lot of research. I was shooting a movie called Fana.
Uh-huh.
Yashraj studio has just built it at that time.
Uh-huh.
So one floor I used to keep one light, hang it full day, burn it. How long it'll
Okay.
catch fire, it'll
Okay.
blast and all.
Uh-huh.
So we called these Canara guys to duplicate that lamp,
Okay.
and we made those lamps, some
Oh.
80 of them.
Oh,
Then I
okay.
put that because it gives a soft light, doesn't catch the smoke.
Okay.
So you don't know where the source is coming. Then I figured out how to gel them, how to cut them and all. So in that film, Sanjay used to give a lot of 5-6 hours to light it. So we made chains, pulleys, and all. So we
Wow.
experimented everything. So
That's crazy.
that was the first time I brought in this light to India. So I've done a lot of things like that, like a
Uh-huh.
lot of new lenses, a lot of new cameras. This Aquila crane, which is I only brought it here first time shot with that, like for Maradanayagam.
Okay.
So every which is used
Okay.
in Kannathil Muthamittal for Nanjil Jil Jil song, over the
Yeah,
water.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like a
yeah.
chopper shot. It is
Uh-huh.
selected. So lot of equipments, lot of Hawk lenses, new lenses. Hawk lenses I got it for Dil Chahta Hai, brand new lenses.
Okay.
So whatever new lenses come, I'll try to buy it. Even for Sudha's film, I got new lenses. Mani Ratnam film, I told the light unit guys to buy brand new lenses, which
Okay.
is not
Okay.
available then. So like that, I try to experiment new lenses and new.
Okay.
It's like a new toy, new iPhone
I
16,
get it,
15 all
because
look same, but
yeah, I see that a lot in him as well. So I understand when you're saying that. What is your, let's say, if you're just winding down and like not thinking about work, what's the kind of films that you like to watch?
winding down means you're going back to the film.
Is it?
You're going back to the film. I like to wind up means I like to come home and trouble my wife and trouble. Yeah.
Okay, let's say, what does your off day look like when you're not shooting?
I write. I try to write a lot of stories and all. I
Okay.
always wanted to direct and all. So
Okay.
I try to write that. I do. Then also, next film always all in pipeline. So I used to get a lot of image banks,
Okay.
visual memory kind of thing. So that I always collect for the next film and all. So I do that. Otherwise, I'll change my furniture and paint the house. So that's
Okay.
what irritating my wife. Like even now, the work is going on. So
Okay. Okay.
for the past 3 months, one of my house is getting painted, and she comes every night and see this when this will get over. She says only kids and
You
her.
both seem to have an interesting
She
relationship.
says only her and the kids I never changed. I keep changing everything, the
Okay.
furniture,
Okay.
you know, cupboards and cutlery, everything I'll keep changing.
Okay.
Yeah, I get bored. So
Okay.
I'm very, I'm not attached to anything. This is
Okay.
my first car. I don't remember which is my first car. Nothing, because I don't drive, so I'm not interested in cars.
Okay.
So I go by. I went to 3 Filmfare Awards in an auto and got the award. Came. The auto driver thought I'm mad to travel in an auto with the Filmfare in
Okay.
Bombay because
Okay.
I never had a car.
Okay.
I used to go by shooting and all in an auto only. till Gajini.
Oh, okay.
Then only I bought a car. So I'm not a car person. I'm not fancy about fancy things.
Okay. Just clothes before every shoot, every
That
film.
is to feel fresh.
Yeah.
You go to a set, you wear
Yeah.
a old cloth and go on a first day shoot. You
Yeah.
don't feel nice about it.
Okay.
Wear a
Okay.
nice shirt and go, new shirt smell.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel
Okay.
fresh. Because maybe when I was young, uh, yearly once only we get a new shirt for Diwali.
Diwali, correct, yeah.
That too, one tailor is there, one Sundaram master tailor, and he used to wear lungi and brush and teeth in the morning while I go to school. I used to say, good morning, master. He doesn't even remember. I want to register my face. On the Diwali day, he'll stitch my clothes and give it to me on time.
Okay, okay.
And he'll put an extra button in a village.
Oh,
And so
cute.
in here, one button he'll put.
Okay.
For that, I'll say good morning for a year. So, so the new shirt is a big deal.
Yeah.
So when I start earning, I go to a shop. If I buy a shirt, I'll wear it only. I'll buy new shoes when I'll wear it only.
Yeah, yeah.
My
yeah.
wife will say, I will wear it only when auspicious day and all. How come you're wearing it in the shop only? I said, you bought it, you wear it.
Yeah.
So that's how
Okay.
excited I am about new clothes and new
Okay,
perfume or
that's very
anything.
cute.
Our family is very hard critics. They don't celebrate anything.
I think I can tell that from the way you're talking about your
Like my wife
self.
always thought I am a fluke, first of all, because she knew me from my college days. So she thought
Okay.
I am a fluke. Somehow he got a film. So she never left her job till second kid is born.
Okay.
So almost, uh, you know, 10, 15 years she worked.
Okay.
Thinking my job will go away, she has to protect me. So then, some point I got awards and name and all. She believed. Then I asked her how much she will earn in her PDA, what a provident fund or retirement,
PF.
PF and all these things. How much that money I'll put it in a fixed deposit. Then you leave the job.
Huh.
So she still says I made her leave the job to raise these two stupid kids. So
Tell us about your role as a grandfather now. How is that? How is that feeling?
I keep saying everybody, my son has got a kid. I'm not accepting the fact I'm a grandfather, but that's the truth. So I can't hide it now.
Yeah.
I become a grandfather. It's fun, like to see one little baby.
Yes.
So that time I was with a director who was giving an interview, telling a story.
Uh-huh.
So when I was hearing the story, my wife called and said, my son called and said, I'm taking her to the hospital in
Okay.
Bombay.
Okay.
I said, okay. Then my mind was there, and he keeps telling the story. Then I
Narration
got,
was going on.
they say immediately the delivery is going to happen. So delivery happened, baby girl, and all, congratulations. I said, okay, thank you. And I told they said, congratulations. After that, sir, I'm poor, sir, adikiran, sir. He's telling the full story. So I'm like, can you stop it here? I'll come and listen to this later because I'm
You
trying to
just,
process the fact I become a grandfather.
I know.
So
Okay.
that moment of joy also, my
Correct.
wife is saying we have to go, come to the airport and all. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
talking here, full narration is going on.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't want the flow to go.
Yeah.
So that is how cinema people are.
Okay.
So
True,
when
true.
Chennai floods are happening, some girl came to tell me a story. I never knew her. She came from US and she lives in Pondicherry. I never met her. She
Okay.
came home in a taxi, was telling the story. Flood came, water is coming inside. We are talking. So my wife came and stared like that. Can you guys stop this and take all these things up? The water is coming inside. Then we realized the
Oh no.
house is
This is
surrounded
actually
by.
like a movie scene.
And we are so engrossed in the story, we are not bothered with the rain or flood coming
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
Water
yeah.
is coming. And we
Yeah.
are talking about the story.
Okay.
And she said, oh, guys are mad. You have no sense of anything. No wonder you don't eat, you don't sleep. You are
Oh no, yeah,
about
yeah.
cinema only. You're, so
But that's what makes, like you, like whatever you're doing, I think because you're so
so
passionate about
passionate
it.
about
Yeah,
it. So we don't
exactly.
know anything else.
Yeah.
So whenever I feel sick and all at home, she says, take the camera and go out. Shoot something. Come
Oh
back.
no,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. She says, just give him a, she come and put the camera next to me and all. Now you're all right.
Oh,
So sweet.
that's sweet. Yeah, that's really sweet.
She says, when you have a camera, you don't feel anything.
Ah.
When you come home, only you're saying this teeth is paining, there's a leg is paining.
Aiyo.
All dramas happen when you see me.
But do you get time at all at home? How do you balance your personal and work
That's
life?
personal life, there's nothing.
There is nothing. And how is that okay with like your wife and you?
She's very happy about it, as long as we don't trouble her. So, she,
Okay.
so she lives her life happily. So,
Okay.
because I don't think two human beings can be together for too long.
Okay.
Sitting on each other's head. So you should always give space
Yeah, definitely.
and be independent. She doesn't. That's why she doesn't ask me which film I'm doing, how much money I'm getting. I should charge more, less, nothing. She doesn't bother about anything about my
Okay.
work at all.
Okay.
She is not least bothered about whether I win an award or lose an award or get a film or not. She is okay with what I'm doing.
Okay.
As long as I eat on time, sleep on time.
Yeah.
Those things only she can bother.
Yeah.
She's not bothered about whether my film got big reviews or not. She doesn't even read about this.
Okay. Okay.
That's your passion. You do
Yeah.
whatever makes you happy.
Okay.
So when I felt sick recently, also she first question when I can send him to work and all. Doctor said, why you want to send him? Let him take some rest. But we can't keep him for too long at home. He has to go to work. So she has been telling, go, get out.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Interesting. So,
because, we are actually strangers. Though we are married for 35 years, she hardly knows me. In the pandemic time only, she came to know I eat this thing. That
okay.
thing.
Because you were closed in one room
Closed
together.
in one
Yeah,
room.
yeah.
Like now, when I felt sick, I was with her for 2 months.
Uh-huh.
Now only she thinks these are the things this
Okay.
guy likes or not.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that is so true actually because again with Niket being a cinematographer, he keeps traveling. He's never at home. Only I think the longest we would have been together in the same house would have been not even a week, like at a stretch.
yeah, that's what
Because he's always traveling. So
that's
yeah,
what it is. My
yeah,
bag is always packed.
yeah,
Like there's a
correct.
bag full of clothes, and so I travel with a very. People think I travel a lot, so I will travel with less. Thing.
Uh-huh.
I travel 2-3 bags.
Okay.
Because my house is that only. So I love to have my music system, books, and American Cinematographer magazines, and
Yeah.
camera, and everything.
Yeah.
So it goes in different groups.
Right.
Will land it. My assistants, everybody carry that. So I am
Okay.
always excess luggage.
Okay.
Always 10
Okay.
kilos more excess luggage. I travel with a world travel bag, big bag, 35
Okay.
kilos it will be.
Okay.
So I travel like that. I don't travel because I live in hotels.
Yeah.
So
Of course. I get it.
So I prefer that.
Okay, so let's say if you could go back and do it all over again, is there any couple of things that you would like to change in your career?
Yeah, of course, a lot of things actually. When I started, I was trying to be a fastest cameraman
Okay.
so that I get more work. People, because I saw other cameramen were very slow that time. The big cameramen, like the biggest, like Ashok Mehta, Barun Mukherjee, Kashio Ramana, all these big cameramen take their time and do that, aram se. And I wanted to shoot faster so that I get
More
more
work.
films.
Huh.
So that was my aim. So in that process, I become impatient.
Okay.
So even now, I shoot really fast.
Okay.
In fact, in Maniratnam sir film itself, 2 days I finished before lunch.
Okay.
Post lunch, we didn't have any work.
Uh-huh.
One day we finished at by 10 o'clock only in the morning.
Oh wow,
So,
okay.
because Mani says, you're shooting so fast, what is going on? Their plan will go.
Yeah,
The production will get thrown off.
Correct.
Because the food is coming, we have finished here by 10 o'clock. We are waiting for the food. So
Okay.
that impatient I have become.
Okay.
So when I did Sanjay Leela Bhansali film also, I was shooting fast only.
Okay.
So I'll light it, I'll go to the next set and hang around. When Sanjay is ready, I'll go there. So
Okay.
the next set was Farah's set was there. Manikandan was shooting Om Shanti Om. I was shooting Savariya. I'll go there, and till evening I'll be there. Evening only they'll take the shot. I lit it in the morning only. In 10
Wow.
minutes I'll light it. I'll go and sit there.
Uh,
And Sanjay will correcting the wall painting, costume, and rehearsal and all. We'll see. Maybe a static shot or a jeep shot. They'll be rehearsing. I'll be sitting the next set. Then they'll send Sanjay wanted to shoot. He'll come here.
wow.
Like Anka Bose was working with in Black and White. He'll walk on hospital set was there. He'll walk, go to the one on the bed and lie down, sleep. Because rehearsals will be going. And take means that somebody will wake him up, will come. That's it. So it's like that we used to do.
Okay.
So now I wanted to, I should have taken more time to shoot it properly, I think.
Okay. So that is one
That
thing
is
you
one
would do
thing
it.
I really wanted. Then I would have, I will tell everybody now, the old age advice is, I always told one thing, don't do things which you are not supposed to do, which is not your job. Don't go and lift on light, or my assistant and all, I'll never lift the light because it's not your job. If you
Yeah.
touch it, current shock, I will be answerable.
Yeah.
So I
Correct.
always tell never touch the
Yeah.
things. If stunt master wanted to hang and take a shot, give the camera to him. Let him hang. So you don't.
Listen.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No stunt actor, cameraman got name in their entire career. Do you know who's the James Bond cameraman? You don't know.
No.
So you don't care who's the Avenger cameraman.
Yeah.
You remember Roger Dickens.
Yeah.
You will not remember this. You'll remember Tumbad. You'll not remember
Correct.
war cameraman's name. Or a KGF cameraman name. You don't bother.
True.
You will remember only the films which is shot beautifully only. So that is what important. So I always tell the youngsters, don't do things which is not supposed to do.
job,
Don't
yeah.
do put smoke. That is put some fire. Those things and all, don't touch it. That's
Yeah.
not camera department job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't move the art department things and all. Let them do their job.
Yeah.
Don't
Correct.
lift weight to it. So I always reject that. I always tell my assistants and my son also, like Mani sir asked my younger son, what advice your father told
Yeah.
to you?
Huh.
He said, Mani sir will not give break. Go there first, eat, then go to set. That is the advice. He
Okay.
said, yeah, he laughed, I believe.
Okay.
He said, yeah, Ravi is very particular about food. I always say, I survived 41 years of cinema industry, and I never went to the loo in a theatre, in a shoot, because of a bad stomach.
Okay.
Because my brother told me, never eat fish, never eat oily food in the shoot.
Okay.
Then those days there's no van also.
Uh-huh.
You let it run with a water bottle into a valley.
Yeah.
So now you
Correct.
have vans, at least toilets are there. That time nothing was there. So as a cameraman, you don't have a place to run. If you have a bad stomach, that will show on the film. Your lighting will be bad. So I always ate correctly.
Okay.
So I never went to a loo, touch
The
wood,
middle of the shoot.
in the middle of the shoot on a shooting location,
Okay.
because I was eating very, very pakka. So that was the rule of my game, my survival maybe.
Okay.
Or so many years I've been shooting the top of the line films also. Maybe that my conscious awareness of the health. If your gut is your brain actually.
Yeah. True.
If your gut is bad, your brain will not work.
Yeah.
Whatever
Nikhil, it's like he's telling you only this.
No, if your gut is bad, you're finished.
Yeah. True.
You cannot be an artist.
True.
It will show.
Yeah. Yep. I think that's a great closing note. Maintain your gut. With that, it's almost time to end this discussion. It was lovely having you here, sir. I think we had so much fun listening to you talk.
Thank you.
Because we expected this to be a very serious conversation, but it was actually so much fun. And we had a great time having you here.
Thank you.
Thank you. With that, it's time for us to leave. And like I always say, be good and do good.